I did not expect to see another chapter of Rengoku no Karma translated for a very long time. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm about to explain. Apparently, the person that translated chapters 1 and 2, he was doing it by himself. He or she was doing it by themselves, and it was too much of a task to take on by themselves. And so they dropped the project and stopped translating Rengoku no Karma. Thankfully, it seems like a new translation group has picked up Rengoku no Karma, and now they're going to be starting to translate this series. So I'm thankful that the translator decided to get this series out there on chapters 1 and 2, and I'm glad another translation group decided to pick up this series, because I did enjoy reading this series when I read the first 2 chapters, and chapter 3 is finally out. So if this is, news to you and you did not know the chapter is out, yeah, the chapter is out. Go read it for yourself, and then if you want to come back to this video, come back to this video. I'm just letting you know the chapter is out now, and it is translated. So, anyways, with this chapter of Rengoku no Karma, thing is, with this chapter, it's straightforward. It's where our main male character, he manages to save 2 people. And he still has a lot more to save. He still has a bunch of others to save, but he manages to save 2 people. And in the act of doing this, you have it to where a friendship and a bond is formed at the end of this chapter. You see how the 2 girls that were going to have a tragic end and, have some really shitty things happen to them, no pun intended, you had it to where, they smile like, let's, take photographs together, like photos together, and then, that awesome panel with the great artwork right there, and then that little section ends, and then, he goes off to his next goal, has to help out the others. Here's the thing, though, when it came to this chapter, we come to find out if you fell, for instance, let's say the main male character, you watched, the girl in the last chapter, she got hit and died. Well, just because that happened doesn't mean that, every time you go back, it's going to be the same. Like, entire circumstances change each time you go back. Because even though he trapped the girl inside of the bathroom stall with that, locker or whatever, he trapped her, it still didn't really change much. He did change and did, save them both, but the overall conversation and what really happened didn't change. So it goes to show you that he can't just watch what happens, watch him dive and redo it. He has to figure out on the fly what he wants to do, because it seems like certain circumstances that probably killed him in the first place is going to happen regardless. And so that's kind of what this chapter goes to show us. And also on top of that, you get to see how even though he helped out 2 people, he helped out these 2 people, and he helped them have fortune, he gave them fortunate lives and let them overcome his suicide, he's still hurting other people and making their life miserable. For instance, that one girl that was forcing that girl's head into the toilet, well, you see how she was very miserable and she was crying, her arm was fucking broken, and I'm like, oh my god. She kind of had to go coming to her, though. Anyone that sits there and shoves a person's head into the fucking toilet like that, and then does what they did to the main male character in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, they deserve to get the shit knocked out of them, or, get a wake-up call. They do, seriously. I'm not saying death, but they deserve, a wake-up call, because it's fucked up what they did to the poor main male character, drove him to what he did. So, yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. That's exactly what that ending goes to show us. Even though he saved these 2 people and helped them out, there's still more tragedy ahead with others that, have tragedy after his death. And, oh yeah, one thing I wanted to point out when it came to the chapter of Rengoku no Karma, I hope it's not just me, but it felt like the artwork of this chapter was a little bit off. Like, it felt either it's been a while since I've actually read chapters 1 and 2, like, it's been a while. Maybe it's because I forgot the artwork of chapter 1 and 2, but for some reason, when I was reading chapter 3, the artwork felt different. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it was necessarily bad, but the artwork felt different from the normal art I saw in chapters 1 and 2. I don't know if it's because the mangaka was in a rush to make this chapter, or something else happened, or maybe I forgot the artwork since it's been a long time and I've seen some crazy shit in between the last time I read chapter 2, but yeah, I hope it's not just me. Like, I think the artwork slightly changed or something in this chapter, so hopefully chapter 4 will get translated soon. Because I know there's like 20-something chapters right now, like 20-something that's raw, and hopefully they can catch up and translate this faster. At the very least, hopefully they could translate like a chapter a week. That would be nice. If they could translate a chapter a week, I'd be fucking happy. I really would. Now, if they really want to kick up the pacing, if they translated, 2 chapters a week, it would be catching up really fast. But regardless of that, hopefully we get to see Chapter 4 very soon, because I do want to see where the story is going to go, because it's building up into something very fun and enjoyable. Hopefully it continues to go down this road, and, you know, just kind of explore these themes it's trying to set up, and I wonder how long this series is going to last, because, I mean, he only has to save, like, 6 people? So, how long can a series last when he just has to save 6 people, unless it's going to go to a new target victim, like, we're going to change characters or something. So yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or not wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.